Hello everybody, this is Danny from Deep South Homestead. We're out here at our sugarcane patch this morning in front of our cabin. It is time to fertilize it and plow it. And I know it looks rough, but these are wintertime weeds. They usually die as soon as the sun gets hot. So we don't usually worry about them too much because we just cover them up and then they grow and they die. And the sugarcane doesn't seem to affect them at all. But what I've put on is my disc killer. This morning we spent some time leveling it up. We pulled up on a concrete slab and we measured from here to the concrete on both sides to make sure we have it level. We readjusted the distance between these to get them to pretty close to the center of our tires, so that when we throw our bed, it'll reach from the center of the row all the way up to the bed and cover up the fertilizer good and have that ready. And this is a tool that we use for hilling sugarcane, potatoes, and different things here on our homestead. Now, the sugarcane is already up on beds from last year. We tried to bed it up for winter time so that it stayed covered up and the freeze didn't kill it. And even though a lot of it popped up, we had a late freeze this year which killed some of it back, but it didn't seem to destroy all of it. So we're probably not going to have as much this year as we had last year, but at least we still have some. So we have some videos up about planting sugarcane, what we do with it, the making of syrup and different things like that. We have several videos up about that. And usually in the fall, we do sell some of our cane for people who are interested in purchasing some to get them a start. Now we have two different varieties. We have the syrup making variety, which I do not have the number for it because it was given to me by an older person many years ago, before anybody thought about what number it was. And we have the chewing kind. Now I'm not sure about the chewing kind. I've looked at it down here and I don't see very much of it coming back this year. So the freeze possibly might have got most of it. We're not 100% sure yet. But this is a new tractor that we've purchased. This was plowed with the older tractor that we had. So we're not sure about row spacing right now, about how it's going to work out with this tractor. We're hoping that we'll be able to get in here and plow it efficiently with this tractor, because this will be the last year that we have it right here. This has been 3 years that we've had it here, and usually after the third year I move it to another location and start over. So we're not too worried about it. If we can get it fertilized and plowed this year, we'll let it grow and it'll do what it's going to do, and then next year we'll move it and we'll set it up for this tractor in the coming years. Now, when we fertilize, we do use a synthetic fertilizer, 1313, simply because we just don't have enough animal manure to do everything that we need to do with. And this is a high nitrogen based plant. It needs a lot of nitrogen right off the bat to get it going. So we're going to be using some synthetic based 1313. It doesn't seem to affect it. We've used it for years without any problems. As a matter of fact, it grows sugarcane quite well. I don't think the plants actually know the difference between organic or synthetic in that sense. This will be probably the only time that I fertilize and plow together. Now I may come back once it gets up yay high, say 3 to 4 feet high, because I can't run over it with a tractor after that. And I may put some ammonium sulfate down beside it and just let it melt into the soil and grow from that. And guys, that is one of the blessings of being able to use mules from a long time ago. I mean, they could have got in there and plowed that even though it was grown. They could have went down the rows, but modern equipment, I don't have that luxury today. So we're going to go ahead and fertilize this and get it plowed and get it over with. And yes, I'm wearing a toboggan and a jacket, which the jacket I'm fixing to take off because the sun's getting kind of warm on me, because it was 43 this morning. We've gone from 90 something down to 43. And when you're used to that heat, it gets a little chilly. Now I've been out since daybreak feeding animals and watering, and so I dress appropriately. But now that the sun's on this hillside, I'm fixing to shed a jacket and start putting fertilizer out and see if we can't get this thing plowed.
Danny's plowed through the rows of cane. I'm pulling the weeds out of the centers around the cane. I've got a couple of rows to go in the middle. I've got the one on one side and two on the other side. So I like the two middle rows pulling the weeds off the top. I'm pulling them and dropping them. That feeds the soil, and it gives our nutrients we just put into the soil time to go to the cane and not those weeds.